Liverpool's last 12 months have felt like something out of a movie. They said goodbye to their most legendary manager in their history.
I believe.
And placed the future of their club in the hands of a bald Dutch guy from the Eredivisie. A huge gamble, but within a single season, that gamble turned into a Premier League title. Yet what most fans overlooked is that Arne Slot wasn't just winning matches, he was sending a message to the entire football world. You don't need a 5-year rebuild to transform a team. With the right tactical principles, the impact can be immediate and devastating. And here's the most frightening part. Slot achieved all that without a squad built in his image. But this summer, that changed. 2025 wasn't about replacing the past, it was about upgrading every single piece of the puzzle. Now, imagine what happens when a manager this precise finally gets what he wants. This summer, Liverpool didn't just sign names, they signed weapons. Starting with the big one, Alexander Isak, £125 million, a striker with the elegance of a number 10 and the ruthlessness of a number 9. Not just a replacement for the legendary Diogo Jota, he's an evolution. His movement stretches defences in ways Slot's system thrives on, and his ability to drop deep creates space for players like Salah to exploit. Isak's biggest strength has to be his composure in front of goal. He moves almost in slow motion as he waits for the perfect moment to strike. His ability is insane for a striker standing at 6'4". He weaves through impossibly tight spaces to score goals almost from nothing. If you look at the glow up Liverpool have pulled off this summer, it's pretty staggering. When you flash back to last season, Liverpool were counting on Darwin Núñez to lead the line, but he just couldn't cut it as a number 9. 7 goals in 47 appearances is just unacceptable as a striker at Liverpool Football Club. Then you had Diogo Jota, actually a dangerous option off the bench, more than capable of hurting teams late on, but they needed a talisman, and luckily Liverpool had the best goal-scoring wide man in world football. He carried them to a Premier League title, bagging 34 goals in 52 appearances from the right wing. But as time goes on, Salah won't be able to deliver goal tallies like that as he approaches the end of his career. That's why the monumental upgrade this season is so needed, and it makes Liverpool way scarier than you realise. From Darwin Núñez to Alexander Isak, and don't forget Ekitike. Still raw, his directness and physical presence give Liverpool a different gear. We've already seen that he's built for the Premier League. 3 goals and 1 assist in his first 4 appearances. Not bad for a newcomer to the Premier League. He's the kind of depth that means this attack doesn't just survive this season, it gives opponents problems every single week. The Isak-Ekitike duo is guaranteed to be red hot this season. Who knows how many goals they'll get and how many trophies will come as a result. Then there's Florian Wirtz, the guy who basically won Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga at 21 years old. Slot's football relies on intelligence between the lines, and Wirtz offers exactly that, and the courage to dictate games against the best teams in the world. But here's where it gets even more dangerous, the blend, because Liverpool aren't moving from their veterans, they're fusing the new with the proven. Mo Salah may be aging, but his output remains ruthless. Pairing his experience and cutting edge, the unpredictability of Isak, Wirtz and Ekitike creates a forward line with balance, variety, and almost unfair levels of firepower. This isn't a rebuild, it's an upgrade, and if last season proved anything, it's that Slot doesn't need time to make an impact. With this squad, the rest of the league should be very, very nervous. When you zoom out, the brilliance of these signings isn't just about individuals, it's about how they bend the tactical chessboard in Liverpool's favour. Arne Slot has built his reputation on structured chaos, a system that presses with intelligence, transitions with speed and dominates with possession. Last season he proved that even with a squad in transition, this philosophy could dismantle the best teams in the league. Now with his hand-picked weapons, Liverpool aren't just competitive, they're adaptive. Now, let's visualise the squad for the season ahead. Liverpool's attack this season looks stacked. And it's not just about the front 3 anymore, it's a 4 attacking unit. Alexander Isak is the new number 9, tall, elegant, clinical and a proper focal point. Hugo Ekitike gives a different option up top, more direct, great at running in behind and already showing he can score and assist. Mo Salah remains untouchable on the right, even as he evolves with age, he's still the team's most reliable source of goals. Cody Gakpo is now the first choice left winger, bringing intelligence, link-up play and a goal threat cutting inside. Florian Wirtz is a creative wildcard, he can drift off the left, play as a number 10 or tuck in behind the striker to unlock tight defences. Together, they give Arne Slot the ability to play a 4-3-3 or shift into a 4-2-3-1 with Wirtz pulling the strings behind Isak. Federico Chiesa adds experienced depth on the flanks, a dribbler who can rotate with Salah and Gakpo when needed. Combinations we can expect is Isak leading the line with Salah and Gakpo either side, Ekitike coming in when it needs pace and pressing against the high lines, Wirtz in the number 10 role behind Isak with Salah and Gakpo wide for a 4-man attack in big games. The depth from Chiesa and Kone Doherty ensures Liverpool can rotate without losing too much quality. And here's the frightening thought, Liverpool aren't just built to win in the Premier League, this is a squad made for Europe. Slot's final side were known for their control in knockout football. Add the finishing instincts of Isak and the creativity of Wirtz and the experience of Salah, and suddenly Liverpool don't just look like contenders, they look like a dynasty in the making. This isn't just about surviving top 6 anymore, this is about eclipsing them. And if last season was a warning shot, 2025 could be the year Liverpool redefine what dominance in English football looks like. There's another layer to this story that makes Liverpool more dangerous, balance. For years the conversation around them has been about intensity, about burning brighter and faster than anyone else, but Slot has engineered something different, efficiency. This Liverpool side doesn't just run harder, they run smarter, they conserve energy in possession, press in waves, and strike at moments when the opposition is most vulnerable. Slot showed they could win immediately. That confidence combined with the new signings elevate the squad's ceiling, gives them a mental advantage the others can't replicate. So when we talk about trophies, we're not just talking about possibility, we're talking about inevitability. This squad has been built not to chase the pack, but to outlast it, not to compete for one title, but to fight on every front, league, Europe and beyond. Because in the end, Liverpool's transformation under Arne Slot isn't just about tactics or transfers, it's about inevitability. When a club this historic, this hungry, and this well built hits momentum, stopping them might not just be difficult, it might be impossible.